Hello and welcome to the first video to announce a brand new series. This one is Painless 360 Answers. So the idea here is that this is an opportunity to capture and ask on this video in particular all of the things that you would like me to create video content on, and then I can use that as a list to work through over the next few months. Now, I have a lot of content on the channel. I've been making it for a very long time, probably, in fact, I don't want to think about this. In fact, you know what? After I've made this video, I'll find the earliest video that's currently still on the channel, because I deleted some of the very early ones because they were horrific. And I'll put the links down below, and that is actually an excerpt, not sure how you say. That's a clip from the very first video that's still on the channel that you can go and have a look at. It's about 1,500 videos. And that's an awful lot of content stretching back a very long time, covering everything from things like Betaflight, iNav, fixed wing, radios, OpenTX, Tyrannuses, multi-protocol modules, Betaflight, quadcopters, action cameras, reviews, how-tos, all that stuff is in there and put into playlists. But one of the things I'm very conscious of is that occasionally I'll get a question and I haven't got a video that I can point you towards. So if you have something that's popped into your head that you're not clear about or that doesn't quite make sense as you're coming into a different part of the hobby, this is the opportunity to pop it down in a comment down below. The more detail you can give me, the better. And then I can go away and create some kind of video content, or if the video already exists, point you to that one and hopefully help you out on that as well. The danger with this hobby is that if at any point you feel like you know everything, you are fooling yourself, because everything is changing all the time. The relentless pace of change that we've experienced as a hobby over the last 7-8 years, particularly driven by multi-rotors, has really slowed down, and a lot of things have consolidated, so the pace of change isn't as frantic as it once was. But a lot of content on places like YouTube is all about doing things like reviews of the latest radio or the latest fat shark killing goggles. And actually, that's not necessarily where you as a viewer get held up. I find the most useful videos that I make and maybe helping pilots that are coming from multi-rotors into fixed wing, from Betaflight to iNav, all the other way around, or maybe getting into FPV for the first time, or not sure about which antennas to use with their goggles, all that kind of goodness. So the question that's popped into your mind, that popped in there when I first started talking about this, do me a favor, pop it down in the comments down below. If you read through the comments, I would ask you to just have a scan through the comments that are already on this video and see if somebody had already asked the question that you're about to put a comment for, and just give that request a thumbs up. That'll help me kind of prioritize the ones that are really interested in. One that I've just done that will be out later this month is about our friend the fixed wing. Just if you're interested, for those of you that haven't seen this, this is the Vortigaunt 2 from E-Wings. Behind it is the Black Hawk. This is the build that's currently going on the channel, link below. But doing things like, I've had a couple of questions from pilots about setting up the servo and link geometry for the control surface. So I've created a video for that will be out later the month. And that is the kind of stuff that I'm trying to capture, because nobody has really talked about that in a very long time. All right, I talk about it in the plane setup videos that I have, and I have a couple of those. But if you are setting up something like iNav, like this thing behind me, you might not have sat down and watched the manual setup for something like OpenTX for a fixed wing model. That might be something that you've missed out on. And that's really what I'm after here. It's looking for those things, those questions that you've got that you're not sure about, that need some video or content. So it doesn't have to be about new technology. It doesn't have to be about the latest and greatest stuff. It can just be something you're not sure about, because I can guarantee you, if you are watching this video and you have something that you are not sure about, that question in your head is probably the same question that thousands of other pilots potentially have in their head as well. So if you pop it down below, I can make some content and hopefully clear that up. I'm very lucky in that as the channel I have here and the length of time I've been doing it and the way I go about it, I have some very good relationships with the vendors. So if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, then there's a good chance I can probably go out and ask the vendor and put things together. Another example of that was recently with the Team Black Sheep multi-bind video. That was something that I'm not particularly interested in. It wasn't a burning topic for me, but I'd had 3 or 4 people in the space of 2 or 3 weeks come on and say, I've watched other people's videos, it doesn't make sense, can you make one? And that's a great example. So enough of me banging on. Again, playlist to all of these. It might be interesting to go and have a walk through the playlist as this builds up over the next few months, because the chances are, as I said, the question that you're about to write in the comments down below, and if you do, thank you so much in advance for doing that, that question that you're about to write is probably in the minds of lots of other pilots as well, and is a generally held point of confusion. So thank you for watching the video, thank you for interacting, thank you for all the messages of help and support. I know lots of us at the moment, we're in lockdown 3.0. here in the UK, and it's been particularly tricky this time. We haven't had the good weather or those kind of things to distract us. I know I personally have been struggling a little bit in lockdown 3.0 to maintain my happy-go-lucky demeanour. The fact that you as viewers and the interaction and messages that I get is all fantastic. Even though I can't meet any of you at shows or events or just go around and go to somebody else's field and do the flying, it does mean that I don't feel as isolated. So thank you to everyone for all those messages too, and best wishes to all of you for the coming months, and I hope you and yours are well and safe. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organised into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.